I can do it. All right, guys, here we are. We are doing our class on our crash course to essential oils. We are doing it on Zoom so we can record it. Things got crazy. Sorry about all the confusion with it's going to be in person, then it was going to be on Facebook and life, right? We learned to adjust, if anything, in the last 2 years, 3 years, or whatever this crazy nonsense is. We've learned to adjust and roll with it. So my name is Heather Henderson. I'm very excited that Liz invited me to hang out with you guys. Next best thing to in person is kind of doing it like this. You can't smell the oils, but that's okay. Whether you love the smell or not, they're still going to do their job. That's the cool thing about the essential oils. First thing that's the coolest thing about them is they're pet safe, they're little kid safe, they're all age safe, okay? You can't be allergic to them. This is Young Living specifically that we're talking about. So our Young Living products is what we're talking about today. This is not talking about what you buy in Walmart or you buy from another company. This is specifically Young Living. I've been using them since 2010, and I got started because they were pet friendly. Most essential oils say they're pet friendly. They are not. You can do extreme harm. Same thing with the little bodies with the little kids. So, take what I say for this brand. If you choose to use them with another brand, that's you. But I do not say that what I'm talking about has anything to do with other brands. We can get that towel out of the background right there, Heather. I'm like, what is that? Oh, that's a towel. Dry. The towels don't all the way dry in the dryer. They have to hang up on something half the time. In the background, you can see I have a diffuser going right here, and then there's a little owl next to it. Those are both two of our diffusers that start with our premium bundles. So what I'm going to do is just kind of jump into this. You guys can jump in live, or we're going to have the replay available for you later tonight. So I know when I first got started with using the essential oils, I was so afraid to open the bottles and put them on because I didn't know what to do with them. I didn't understand, like I grew up in the here, take a Benadryl, here, take some Dimetapp, here's an aspirin. That's the world I grew up in, and I didn't really know much about natural medicine until I started having my own animals. And with my animals, I learned what the veterinary industry was giving my animals really wasn't doing much. And I started stumbling upon homeopathy, herbs. My vet used to call me the herbs and spices girl. And he always says, do you have an herb and spice for that? And I'm like, oh, not funny. But I did very well with that. I later started discovering things I was using in my home were actually causing a lot of damage to my animals. Fabric softener, #1 most toxic product in our home. It was actually because we washed the bed a lot that my dog, I had a senior dog back then, and I do now, but we washed his bedding a lot, and I used to bring it to the laundromat. And we used to use super cheap detergent and fabric softener because, he's a stinky pug. But little did I know that he was stinky because of his food, and he was itchy because of the fabric softener and the detergent that we were using. I didn't learn that from any of my vets. They just kept telling me to use more Benadryl. That didn't do much for him except make him sleepy. When I discovered what I possibly was doing by going to, it was like an animal seminar from somebody called CJ Poitinen. If you've ever been in the animal world, she is like world known just for holistic animal health. And I heard her say something about fabric softener, and I was like, oh my God, that might be my problem. I'm probably doing damage to my animal, but how do I not use fabric softener? Like, what do I do? So that started my journey, which led to homeopathy, which led to looking at essential oils, but it didn't really resonate with me yet. And then more homeopathy, more herbs, dry spices, all that kind of stuff. Then I started doing natural feeding, and all this relates to pets, but it also relates to humans. These products were made for people. The cool part about it is they're pet friendly. And the only thing you worry about for animals is xylitol. Okay, so xylitol is toxic to animals. It's only in a very few products, so you don't intermingle those. We'll go through quickly, a whole lot of topics, dog hair. But first, I just want to let you know that when everybody starts, they're always a little bit nervous. They're like, well, I don't want to waste it because it was such an investment. Should I diffuse with the windows open? How many drops do I use? Where do I put it? And the only thing I can tell you is usage is suggested. It's not like a drug. It's not like take 2 aspirins and call me in the morning. It's take a drop, put it on. If your head hurts, put it on your head. If your foot hurts, put it on your foot. If your belly hurts, put it on your belly. If you want to flavor your water, feel free to add it to your water. Not all oils taste good. Not all oils smell good. They're not designed for your taste or your smell. They're designed for your body. They resonate with the frequency of our cells from genetic stuff. So if you look at oils, they are God's plants that are actually harvested, distilled, and bottled. So this is plants in a bottle. That's all they are. Essential oils are plants, nothing more, nothing less. So we can use them. Our ancestors used plants. Our ancestors used essential oils. If you look in the Bible, it's mentioned many, many times. Myrrh, frankincense, sandalwood. I think sandalwood had a different name, but they're all over. Spikenard. That is the stinkiest oil on the planet. So if they're always saying, bathing the feet in spikenard, the planet stunk back then. It's so smelly. Right now, it's an endangered species, so that is not an oil that we have in our catalog anymore. Other companies do have it, so you know that either they're harvesting it illegally or it's manufactured, right? Lavender is one of the most popular essential oils, along with like wintergreen. They both, I'd say, I don't even know what the number is, I don't want to guess, but the number of, or the amount, the volume of essential oils of lavender and wintergreen that is sold is more than what is produced. So the only way to do that is have synthetic products. And that's why when I say we're talking about Young Living, especially lavender, because a high quality lavender like Young Living can actually, you can put it on a burn and your burn will pretty much magically go away because it's working with our DNA and repairing the tissue and the nerves and everything. Whereas if you use a synthetic lavender, it might make that burn worse, like incredibly worse, like give you a very extreme burn from it. So trusting your quality, doing the research and figuring out what company to align with took me quite a while, took me a very long time. And when I found the company, I knew the quality was there and it's always been there. I've been to 4 or 5 of the farms at this point. So I've actually been putting my hands in the dirt, planting products, harvesting, bringing them to the distillery, and then watching the finished product. And that's really cool because I've gone all the way up to Canada and down to Ecuador to see this process. And it's by far one of the happiest, what do I call them, vacations, work vacations ever, like just being in the dirt and seeing the whole process from start to finish. So the cool thing about Young Living is like I mentioned, if you want to put like tangerine in your water, you can. So what Young Living has is, because of our quality, we have 2 different labels. So we have the white label. The white label is what's called Vitality. The dark label is what's called just our regular essential oil. So what's cool about it is it's 2 different bottles. It's the exact same product on the inside. So let's say this is Digest, which is a blend for digestion. So because of the FDA regulations, what we say is the white label is for body systems and internal use. So you can put this in your water, in your capsules, take this internally for digestion or heartburn or something like that. The other one, the dark label, for same oil, Digest, that is more for diffusing or rubbing on the stomach. So if your kid in the middle of the night wakes up with a tummy ache, you can take the dark label or the white label, because it's the same one, whichever one you have, put it on their feet, because the feet are the reflexology point for the whole body, right? Then you can rub it on their belly and you can rub it on their back, put it in the diffuser. It's disgusting, but if you wanted to hide it in a drink, you might be wearing it afterwards, but it's got like fennel and anise and that kind of stuff in there. I can't remember all of them, ginger, that kind of thing. But it's very effective, works very, very well, especially if they overeat or if they just have a stomach bug and there's a lot of vomiting involved. Have Digest. It's definitely one of those that every parent is going to want in their arsenal. But like I said, it comes in 2 different bottles, the dark bottle and then the white bottle. So the white bottle, the only time I kind of use the white bottle, like when I go on social media and say digest this, I'm saying I'm taking internal. This one, I'm saying I'm using external, but at the same time, it's the exact same product. So when you get your oils, you're going to be like, which one can I use on my body? All of them. Which ones can I take internally? All of them. But when you show on social media, you should show the white one as an internal and the dark one as a topical. Just a weird rule, but it's easy. All the oils are safe. Okay. There's no oils that you can't use around children. If they're epileptic, that is one discussion that we can have, because there are a couple that you want to shy away from. Babies that are really little, like under 2, you don't really want to be smearing them all over their face. Don't mid chest and down, because they are very, very potent. You don't need to be doing that. Feel free to massage the back of their head. Along the spine is an amazing place to put the oils, just because all the nerve endings from the spine, and the spine is like our body's control system with the brain, so it can help regulate and disperse all the oils everywhere. So a great place to put the oils on the bottom of the feet, yours, anybody, except animals. Animals don't need it on the bottom of their feet. So humans, because humans' feet are amazing. Sometimes horses too. These are pets, safe, all levels of pets. But with little children, we just do not need to be putting it all over their face. Okay. With us as adults, we know things are warm, things are hot. I also wouldn't put oils all over kids' fingers, because they're probably going to touch their eyes. And the rule I always say is, don't drip an oil in your eye and don't drip them in your ear. They're very sensitive areas, including special private areas can be very warm and tingly. You could choose to do that, but know that they are warm and spicy. If you have it on your hand and you wipe your eye, you will create tears. You will not go blind. It is just going to create tears for a while. You can grab some kind of fatty, a fatty oil. I don't have one here, but we have what's called a massage oil. It's just a bunch of plant oils that are fatty. Like, these aren't fatty. These are essential oils, not fatty like olive oil. But you can grab olive oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, any of that stuff. And that's a fatty oil. That's called a carrier. You can put your oil, you can put some coconut oil in your hand, put a drop of oil, and then massage it into your leg, or give the baby a massage, a lotion massage after a bath. You do want to be careful with what products you mix it with. You don't want to be grabbing stuff like Johnson & Johnson that has a lot of artificial things and a lot of petrochemicals in it, and adding our essential oils to it, because it could cause a reaction. And then that reaction would actually damage the body, the skin of a baby, because these oils are designed to neutralize petrochemicals. And if that lotion has, polysorbate and all these products that are not good for you, then, there could be some damage that you're going to say, oh, it's the oil, but it's not the oil. The oil is actually trying to protect the baby and get rid. Those rashes would be the baby's body saying, get rid of this stuff, which is what's in the petroleum-based products like Vicks. It's a very bad product to be using. Any of those over the counter, you really need to look at the ingredients in the labels. And you can pick them apart as much or as little as you want. But when you're talking about propylene glycol, that should not be in any products. You need to look at those. So Young Living has a complete line of all this stuff. That's the coolest thing. When I first started, we had a lot of products, but nowhere near like we do today. So we have complete line of oils, skincare, nutritionals. We have supplements like collagen and your green, so you can do green juices or green supplements, whichever one you want. We have joint support for aching joints. So for the animals, I mean, that was game changer for my 17-year-old, a product called Sulfurzyme. But we're not going to dive into all that. I just want to make sure you're all comfortable with using essential oils, and get any questions, but get the ball rolling, because honestly, the company makes so many amazing products. It really just depends on what your goal is. This winter, I expect it to be very, very difficult for health reasons for many, many people. And when you have these essential oils in your hands, you can actually be ahead of the game. So the moment you smell a little sniffle or feel a little sniffle coming on, or a little congestion, you can start with your oils. It's not a one and done kind of thing. You can put it on, give it a couple minutes. If you want to do some more, do some more. You might be getting some coughing effect. We actually have a chest rub that's amazing for, it's kind of like our version of Vicks, but it's actually healthy. A lot of people who have what's going around for the last few years say that that's one of the best things. I can't make this beeping thing stop. It's one of the best things for that really deep, unproductive or productive cough. It really helps subside it. The smell is intoxicating. It's so good. I just actually sniff on it. It's got that wintergreen smell, and it just goes right into your skin. It's awesome. Our skin being the biggest organ in our body, when you put oils on your skin, they go right into it. So like there's an oil called, where is it? Owie. So Owie is one of our Kid Sense line. It's really cool because the kids start to know the colors, and they know if they get hurt, they go and grab Owie. My friend's almost 3-year-old can literally pick his oils out, and he has been doing it since he's about 1. He walks right over and just picks them up. So like I fell in the driveway yesterday and I have this nice little wound on me. I've been putting an oil called myrrh on it because it's almost like a Band-Aid. But so in order to apply oils, I just take a drop, just let 1 drop in my hand, 2 fell, doesn't matter, rub it in. And that's a topical application, the oil of Owie. It's not burning me, it's not stinging me. Some may, this one is not. Myrrh is a little bit tingly, but it doesn't hurt at all, no more than running water would. But you can use Owie. There's things for tummy called tummy jize. There's another one called Genius to help with brain work for doing homework and just focus. There's another one called Sniffle Ease. That's really great for any kind of allergies or any kind of congestion that may be going on. And then the other one is called Sleepy Eyes, which is amazing for sleep. So putting that on the kids' pillows, put it in the little diffuser back there. That's our little snowy diffuser. We now have a puppy diffuser also. So that kids line, which is 5 different oils, you can actually get like a little starter bundle to make life so much easier for you, because it kind of gives you the sleep, the digestion, brain work, so focus, Owie for injuries. It just kind of, and what's the other one? Snifflies. Did I say that? Yeah, for sniffling with a diffuser. And they're like $145 to $155. So you get 5 oils and a diffuser, and they are almost $300 values. So that's one of the bundles, or 2 of the bundles. And that's one of the kids ones. And to be honest with you, I use a lot of the kids oils because they're just more gentle and they're designed specific just for an issue, and it just makes life easier. So that set is almost a no-brainer if you're a mom or a dad. Like that is the way to go. Completely pet safe also. So I'm going to dive into a little bit about our complete line. So we have what's called a premium starter kit, and there's 12 oils and that diffuser right there in it. And that is called our Desert Mist. So right now it's on flicker mode. So people are always like, I don't want to get rid of my candles because I love the flicker. Well, we got, I think, 10 different colors and a flicker mode. So you can have the flicker going. It still looks like, you know, the candles are going. But you can just put your oils right in there with regular tap water if you want to, and put the cap on, good to go. That thing will run from 3, 6, or 8 hours, I believe, maybe even 10 hours. There's an intermittent button, so it'll go for like, I don't know, maybe it's a minute on and a minute off or something like that. But definitely the second button, I think it's 6 hours, will do an overnight, so you can run it all night long. So if you want to put oils like lavender in there for sleep, great idea. You can also take that lavender and put it on the kids' feet or your feet. You can put some on your hands, go over your pillow, put it in your hair so that you're smelling it, put it on your shirt. The way I do it is I put a drop in my hand, then I rub it like this, and then I can like kind of put it over my shoulder so I could smell it all through the course of the day, put it in my hair. I will directly drip it right on my feet because I want to put a lot of oils on my feet before I go to bed, because it helps neutralize the crud that may have gotten into your body over the course of the day. Okay, so lavender is great for sleep. It's great if you get burned, right? If you're cooking dinner and you get burned in the stove, grab your lavender, put it on, keep putting it on, put it on once every couple minutes, and you're gonna see an amazing thing. I actually pushed a, what are they called? The stove, cast iron stove. So I pushed a cast iron stove closed, like I opened it the right way, and I went to push it closed and I didn't use the handle. I used the corner of the 5,000-degree oven and closed it with my thumb. My thumb actually stuck to the door. I got the door off and I just kept taking my lavender, putting it on. As soon as it absorbed, I put another drop on. I did that for like 2 hours. I probably went through half a bottle. Each bottle has about 85 drops. So I just kept putting it on, putting it on. The next day, it was actually this finger. No, it was this finger. The next day, when I got up, it was just slightly red, never blistered, never turned white. Oh, and I did turn white for a little bit, but then it regenerated. And I never, ever had a blister. Okay. I've done crazy things like follow my driveway yesterday, and I put oils on my knee as soon as I get upstairs, and I only have a very, very small bruise. So these oils make a difference when it comes to your health being proactive. And like I was telling Liz beforehand, like you can't get sick and then be like, I need some of that oil, because we order everything from the company and it takes a little while to get here. So you need to be proactive. So the cool part about that is Young Living gets it, that in the beginning when we start, we don't really know what we need or what we want. So they make these amazing starter bundles. And I'm going to talk about one. It's called a premium starter bundle because it has 12 oils, that diffuser, some of our antioxidant drink. And again, if you guys have kids, this is stuff is game changer. All my friends that have kids, they get these little packets. You get 2 of them to try. They're just a red berry juice. You can get it in this form or in a bottle. This is actually my bottle with juice in here. And if somebody isn't feeling good, you just freely let them drink that. So I have friends that their kids may take 6 or 8 of those a day. She does not limit her kids at all on Ninja Red because it's all about whole body antioxidant support. There's all kind of research behind it. It's great for your eyes, your hair, your nails, your skin, your heart. The juice is actually this lovely red color. It's berries with added oils to it. It tastes delicious, like absolutely delicious. And it's the one routine that I have committed to for over 10 years. I drink it every single day or every lunch. Right before I got on here, I was feeling a little like rough, like congested, but not really congested. Like my throat was a little scratchy. I just took a packet, the packet that I was going to demo for you guys. I just drank right out of it. So you rip it right off and you just drink it. You can add it to a cup if you want to be fancy. I don't. Suck them right out of here, puff it up, take it, re-drink. You know, like I said, you can also get bottles. This is another bundle. You can get enough for a month or 2, and that's another bottle. So this is about 2 weeks supply. Do about 1 to 2 ounces. Personally, I do about 4 ounces a day because I love it. So there's a bundle with that, and that is, what do you get? 2 bottles, 2 big bottles, 30 little packets. So for one person, that's enough for 2 months. Then you get actually some of our brain support. So if you're the over 40, over 50 crowd, it's called Nitro. So it's for sustained energy, and it's actually really good for mental clarity. So it's a mind supplement, which we have another one called MindWise. So don't expect to remember all of this that I'm telling you. There's so much, right, Liz? This is an amazing package. The oils we'll talk about in a second. I got squirreled off to something else. But the Ninja Red bundle is 145. And again, that's 2 months for one person. Unless you want to take more, then it's 1 month. But it is an amazing deal. Adding in that brain supplement. So that's 14 shots that are in there. So that's half a month supply. I order this quite frequently. It's my must-have, not negotiable. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the starter bundle that Young Living put together, because they understand that everybody wants or knows what to get started, and they want to give you the most complete system possible. I actually have this little Norwex bag that I keep mine in, and there's 12 oils in this bag, and I always have them with me. well, I can't say always. Most of the time I have them with me. So the first one you're going to get in there is peppermint. And the peppermint is in the white label, which means it's for ingestion. So you can put it in your hot chocolate. You can put in just chocolate. Like if you make holiday cookies, you can add it to the dough. You can add it to the chocolate. You can add it to the hot cocoa powder. So when you put the milk in it, it's a minty hot chocolate. Do know it's very, very, very strong. So I would use it 1 drop very sparingly, or you can take a toothpick and rim it around the top of the oil, like here, and just get a little essence of it and stir that in. Perfectly acceptable. The other option, if you want to use it topical, it's great if you have a little bit of headache, a little stress in your shoulders, a little stress in your belly, some tired hot feet, so you can put it on your feet. Back of your knees is a great place if you're really warm. If you're getting hot flashes or something, put it on the back of your knees. Your cooling center in the summer is that little divot on the back here, so you can put it on the back of your neck. Sometimes in the summer, I put a couple drops in my hands and I just like lift my shirt, put it on my stomach, rub it everywhere, and it just cools you down. And it's just an all over amazing oil for pretty much anything, right? So head pressure, curbs hunger and snacking. I haven't tried it for that yet. Maybe I should, but haven't done that. Back in the knees for hot flashes, it's definitely one. Yep. The other thing I would try is called Progessence Plus. It's amazing for hot flashes. Like rub it on the lower stomach, back of your knees, inner ankles, and it's amazing. It's called Progessence Plus. It's one of the few products that do look like an essential oil, but it is a serum, so we don't diffuse it. You can actually put it in a capsule and take internally. So Progessence Plus. It comes in a clear bottle, which is another indication. Look, this looks a little bit different than our oil. So it's definitely a therapeutic. You can put a roller top on it, roll it on your carotid arteries. It works for everybody, but everybody may have to put it in a different place. It just depends on your body, and your body will figure it out. It's amazing. It's one of the most amazing products we have. All right, the next one we're going to talk about is Panaway. So Panaway, P-A-N-A-W-A-Y. P-A-N-A-W-A-Y. So it used to be called Pain Away, and the FDA didn't like that we use that word. So now it's called Panaway. We just drop the I. It works for everything, right, Liz? Like any kind of aches and pains, you literally just rub it on. Your calf hurts, rub it on. You put a couple drops in your hand, rub it on your leg, but you can also put a little bit of the massage oil on your hand, put a couple drops of the Panaway, and again, rub it so that it goes over a bigger area and absorbs in slower. Our carrier oil will just make the oil not absorb so fast into the body because it only takes seconds, like 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. But if you put it on a carrier, it'll stay on the surface a little bit longer and go in a little bit slower. It also is great on knees. If your knees are aching, your ankles are aching, elbows, joints, whatever, headaches, whatever. Again, just like peppermint, you can use it and it just helps relieve aches and pains. Great after exercise. It can be very cooling. You can put this one on the back of your head, and in a couple minutes, you'll feel the tingling. I think it kind of smells like root beer a little bit. It's great just for your overall body regeneration and healing. So let's talk about lemon. Lemon is one of my favorites. It literally can do anything. So lemon is, you put it in your water, drink it. So it's really a great toxin releaser, helps go through your body and flush things. Tastes delicious in water. Don't ever use plastic because you don't want the lemon to be in a bottle with plastic because it'll start, remember I said before, its job is to eat petrochemicals. Our plastic water bottles, like I have over there with the diffuser, that is just full of water, and I add it to the diffuser. But I just keep refilling the same one. I don't use bottled water. I use diffuser, use tap water. So if you're drinking lemon, you're going to want to take like a stainless steel, ceramic, or glass mug. You're going to add your oil to it, stir it up. You can use a stainless steel straw. You can just sip it. It just tastes delicious. I always remember I did a home gathering like this for somebody, a husband and wife. The guy's like, no, I don't drink water. Like, okay, put this drop of lemon in it and just try it. Do me a favor and just try it. He did it and he was like, that's the most delicious thing ever. I'm like, told you. It's so good. It's also really good for your nervous system, and it's also really good for digestion. So the thing with lemon is I don't want you to rub it on your face and then go sit outside because it does ripen. Think of this. Think of a lemon sitting on a tree. The sun ripens it, right? So our lemon comes from the rind, not from the fruit. So when the sun comes down and ripens the lemon, right? And if you put that, how do I say this? Sun comes down, ripens the lemon, and what comes out of it, if you just squeeze a lemon, what squirts out, that's an essential oil. So we cold press those and then we put them in the bottles. And then that's what you're using in your diffuser. It's a very happy oil. It's very stimulating for the mind, but it's also very soothing for the mind. And it makes everybody smile. So when you put it in water, it's the outside from the rind press, and it will ripen your body. If you put it on your face or you do this or something, you're going to have a handprint on your face. So in the summer, if you love your oil so much, you just want to put them on, put it where the sun doesn't shine, right? Underneath your clothing. But if you're putting it in water, it will completely, like if you put a drop of lemon on a Dunkin' Donuts cup, it'll eat a hole in it. And I show people this and they freak out. And I'm like, but you're not made of styrofoam. So don't worry about it. Your body is designed to specifically work with these oils. Our blood and plant blood, they're very much alike. And that's what this is. This is plant blood. So our body knows how to take this, transport it through our whole body in seconds, and our body just eats it up, loves it. It's so good for our body. Our bodies were designed by the same creator that created plants. It all works together. Frankincense. So frankincense, one of my absolute favorites, is in this starter bundle, right? So it's great for your immune system. It's great for your skin. You can actually put a little roller ball on it, which you get 2 of those with your kit, and you can roll it on your face. You can call it kind of like Botox in a bottle. Not many people believe me, but I'm over 50 and people are like, no, you're not. Like, yes, I am. Have to show my driver's license, but I use a lot of frankincense. I use a lot of Ninja Red. I use my products. I don't drink, don't smoke, and the key is I don't have kids. It's a big factor, but I do have animals. But frankincense is game changer. Even my mom loves it. You can put some frankincense in your hands, cup it over your eyes. It will help your eyes feel and look better. So my mom at 75, her eyes have never been better, I guess is a good word. They've never been better than they are right now. When she first started her glasses prescription, she had to get changed 3 times in 1 year because her eyes were getting better. And I attribute that to the Ninja Red and the frankincense that she used. I always say I use so much Ninja Red and frankincense, I wonder where I would be if I didn't. Like if I didn't find this company over 10 years ago, I would probably, I just started wearing glasses for reading. But, at my age, I should not be able to see as well as I do. So it's amazing products for that. Frankincense is also very grounding, very centering. If you do in your diffuser, if you put a couple drops of frankincense and a couple drops of lemon, it's amazing for people that have anxiety or stress, or just, seniors that are just fit to be tied is the best way I can explain it. And it works so good for calming and soothing. It may not happen in 5 minutes, may not happen in 6 hours, but give it some time, let the body, recuperate. Because what I tell everybody is like, well, how long is this going to take until it works? 1 drop could do something, but it could take 6 bottles until it does something. It depends on how much work they need to do. Right? So every cell regenerates. We're at whatever age you're at in life. You didn't start with this problem today, whatever your issue is. Like, you don't overnight all of a sudden develop Crohn's or whatever it is. So you overnight can't expect magic, even though they are very magical in their own way. You may feel instant results, but it may take a little while. With the Ninja Red, it took my mom a couple of years before her eyes started improving. It took me a couple of years before my hair started getting darker. I haven't dyed my hair in years, and it's darker now than when I was a kid. It's crazy, but it's good for your heart too. So Thieves is also in the bundle. You've probably all heard about Thieves. Thieves is amazing for the immune system. Put that on your feet every night before bed. Put that in the diffuser so that your lungs can clear. It's great when you're breathing things in from your diffuser because they go up into your brain and down into your lungs. And if you live in today's world, you know our lungs are being just smashed on a daily basis. So breathing this stuff in is amazing. You can actually get a little cup of water, a little glass, put a couple drops of thieves in it, gargle and swallow. It'll help kill all the bacteria in your throat. And when you swallow it, it goes into your stomach and does amazing things for your stomach. Okay. So it is loaded with cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, rosemary, and lemon. So all those together are very potent for the body. It's great for your teeth and gums. You get a little sore gum, you might want to take your thieves, put a little bit on your thieves, rub it on your gums. Amazing. Things that it can do are game changer. And I always say there is no limit because your mind is your imagination. I'm making up stuff all the time. On our phone, there's actually a $7 app that you can get that literally will show you everything. It is called, it's a reference guide by Abundant Health. This is where it gets tricky. Okay. So there you can see it. It has like a guide, and then it says oils, blends, and half the other ones, these last two rows, I hardly ever use them. Some of them you have to pay additional money for. I haven't done that. So I only use the top row. But you can look up any issue. Like say your issue is ADD, ADHD. You press it, and then it tells you a little bit, and it tells you the best oils for it. And then it comes down here and gives you more issues, more recipes. So whatever your issue is, it's on the app. I mean, before the app, we used to have, I mean, you can see my, well, you really can't, but I have a library behind me, but like, this is our reference book. If we were in person, you could see, like, you can literally look up aches, pains, sleeplessness. What does this one say? I'm not going to read that one. Stuff for your endocrine system, your emotional trauma, epilepsy, hyperactivity, hives, scurvy, rheumatic fever, clogged pores, scrapes, scar tissue, seizures. What is this one? Neuropathy, measles, hormone imbalance, malaria, emotional trauma. I read that. Epstein-Barr, cholera, chronic fatigue system. There's so much in here. These books kind of just went out of print. You can still find some. The company that makes them is doing like the end of the end sale right now. And if anybody's interested in those books, gotta grab them probably within the next week. They'll probably be totally out of business. Anyhow, that was a lot of squirrels. Lavender is the next one we can talk about. So lavender is great for soothing and cleaning the skin. When I tripped in the driveway, Kevin's like, go get lavender and copaiba because it's for cleansing the wound and for inflammation. Great for mental alertness, which I haven't really done lavender for mental alertness. I usually do it for mental calm down. It reduces mental stress and it helps you sleep. And sleep, if you get your sleep, that's one of the most important things because your body needs to recover after the course of the day. So lavender, I know that one of the very first things when I started back in 2010, I started dreaming in color because they told me put lavender on my feet before I go to bed. Back then, we didn't get a diffuser with our kit. We only got 9 oils and it was like almost the same price. I think it was like $10 cheaper. But now we get 12 and a diffuser. So times have changed. But lavender, after a few days of putting lavender on my feet before I went to bed, I started dreaming in color. Like I had a dream last night, I remember color in. I never dreamed before, nor was it ever in color, ever. So that's kind of cool. So again, lavender again, great for burns. Great if you get bit by something, you break out into hives. Like I have a dog that we don't even know why, but he'll just puff up with an allergy. Like he'll just get his whole face just starts puffing up. So I throw him in the sink, I give him a bath, and I just take my lavender and I just go all over his hives. And I do that quite a few times and they literally just go away and he goes to sleep and we continue on and have a good life. If he eats a bee, he tries eating bees. This is my 10-year-old little pug who chases bees. So if he gets stung in the mouth, I take some of the lavender and it tastes horrendous. It's disgusting. And I put it inside of his mouth and that really helps neutralize. He will drool. I've done it myself. Like if I eat a hot egg roll and bite in, you get that that grease in your mouth, or a hot donut or something, or even just hot soup. We've all peeled the inside of our mouth. Pizza, we've all had pizza that gets really hot right out of the oven. You can take a little bit on your thumb, rub it in the roof of your mouth. It may peel, it may not peel, but the pain will go away. I remember one time I suffered for about 10 or 12 hours because I hated the taste of lavender so much that I wasn't going to put it in my mouth. And I couldn't even touch the roof of my mouth with my tongue. So I put a little drop on my finger, rubbed it on the roof of my mouth. I stood over the sink and I drooled and realized I was being just a total baby. And then swallowed, and within about 15 minutes, the pain that I had for 10 hours was completely gone. And as you can already tell, I'm stubborn. I don't go or trust doctors. I will go when I know I have exhausted all my abilities, but I trust the power of what these oils hold for me. And I've done some crazy things, especially in the world that we live in, where you're not going to get seen by a doctor anytime soon. And if you do, you're going to get seen like this. And a doctor is just going to give you, and this is my view, it doesn't have to be anybody else's view. They're going to give you whatever the protocol for that issue is. They're not taking you so much into consideration. These oils work with you on their level, and they work with you on a cellular level so that they fix, refurbish, refresh, whatever your body needs to be done. And if those cells don't want that oil, they just go to the next group of cells. So if you're taking thieves because you have whatever issue, and the thieves go in and go, hey, do you want us? And the cell goes, no, we don't need you. Go to my neighbor, and goes to the neighbor. So you're not gonna have, massive massive runs to the bathroom or anything like that, or you're not gonna have any of these side effects that, if you watch on TV, they talk about drugs with all these side effects. We don't have that, okay? Digize. We talked about digize. So that's tarragon, ginger, peppermint, juniper, venice, aniline, patchouli. That's the stomach digestive one. We're just going to skip that because we talked about it already. Raven comes in the kit, and that's your respiratory oil. I love it. It's Ravensara, wintergreen, lemon, eucalyptus, radiata, and peppermint. It's great for breathing. I love putting it right over my sinuses, on my neck. I love just putting it on my bracelet so I can smell it. It is so refreshing is a great way to put it. It's amazing for any kind of respiratory things going around. Could be possibly really good for allergies too. Valor is in the kit. Valor is all about courage, but it smells so good. I love it. I put a drop on my wrist, just smell it all day long. Great for kids when they're going off to dance recitals, or if they have to do a presentation, or they have to sing, or they're just going to a stressful situation where they may need courage, right? It's an emotional oil. It's great for courage. It's also great for pain. So if your back hurts, put it on your back. If your elbow hurts, put it on your elbow. It's not quite like the wintergreen. It's a very robust. It does have coconut oil in it, so it's a carrier, but it has black spruce, camphorwood, blue tansy, frankincense, and geranium. So it's a very florally but earthy. It's one of my absolute favorites. If almost anybody on my team, you ask them what's your favorite oil, they're like Valor. If they've been around for a little while and they experience Valor, we love Valor. Citrus Fresh is an awesome blend of citrus oils and spearmint. Great in your water, but it's also great for odors. It's great, just an uplifter. So putting it in your diffuser just kind of makes the room smell good. One of my friends is obsessed with Citrus Fresh because it just smells so good. It's just calms the mind, but also at the same time uplifts. It's amazing. Peace and Calming is great for sleep. Great for just relaxation. It's great to calm the room's energy. You put it in the diffuser. I've seen my mom use it on the grandkids, or my dad. She puts it in the diffuser, and sometimes if there's if there are people that are having conflict, it often just breaks the conflict up, or sometimes it just puts my dad to sleep when he's getting crabby. The bonus oil is called Stress Away. Pretty much does exactly what it has, but it has copaiba, lavender, cedarwood, acacia, which is very balancing, lime, and one of our few oils that have vanilla in it. We now do have a vanilla oil, which has only been around for probably about a year now. So Stress Away, great for relaxation, for nervous tension. It's great for blood sugar balancing. And you can possibly, with stress, brings on weight gain. So you can use your stress away as something to help reduce stress, reduce weight. But it's also a process, right? I've actually put that in water before. Doesn't taste that bad because sometimes you get to a restaurant and the water is disgusting. So I try to add oils to it. And sometimes if you do that, you may actually see some kind of debris in your water because the oil is actually going in trying to neutralize that stuff for you. So in that starter bundle, that's those 12 oils. You also get the diffuser back there, which is the desert mist. And now this computer wants my password. So when you put them together, you have a little bundle that the company only charges $165 for, and the value on it, where's the value on it, is $439. So that one there is almost everybody's favorite way to get started, and because it is such a high value. So you're going to get 2 samples of our Ninja Red packets, which are these full serving size. They're 1 ounce serving size, or they 2 ounce serving size. So you're gonna get 2 of those. You're gonna get our little hand sanitizer, which is like a $7 or $10 value, and then our Thieves spray, which is our hard surface sanitizer, great for doorknobs, bathroom seats, menus, airplane seats, just spraying the air anywhere. And you can actually spray it in your mouth if you want to. People do that. I've done it traveling. You just know your mouth gets, it's very strong. It's got alcohol in it. So it's denatured alcohol. So I wouldn't be like just spraying it like crazy. But in that situation, I know musicians, had a friend that was a musician that used it quite often when his throat just needed to numb up a little bit. So that's in that starter bundle. We do have another starter bundle that has only 6 oils in it, but that also comes with this little guy. And that's a $190 bundle for $125. Has a few different oils in it, but it's got, I can't honestly tell you because this won't go any bigger for me. That starter bundle is game changer. So there's oils for pretty much anything. If you're looking for stuff for digestion, we have oils for it. We have supplements for it. So we have oils like Digize, ginger, peppermint, nutmeg. For supplements, we have Comfort Tone, which is really designed for peristalsis, getting things moving. ICP Daily, which is a delicious powder that you add to water. And again, it's ICP. It's all about peristalsis and getting the body moving like that. Then we have tons of enzymes like Detoxime and different things like detoxify your body. But if you're going to have a heavy dinner, grab some of our enzymes. You can take them with your food, helps it digest. There's great supplement supports for your joints. So you have stuff like Sulfurzyme, which helps your joints just move better. BLM, bones, ligaments, and muscles. Agilase is another product that's got turmeric in it. You can apply oils to the pain like Deep Relief, which is a roll-on, which we have a few roll-ons, and they look like this. So when you take the top off, you have these little roller balls. So this is from our CBD line. Soothe is amazing for muscle support. So you can just roll it on your body where you need it. You don't have to rub it in if you don't want to. I usually do because I like to spread it out. Otherwise, it just goes on my clothes. But our CBD line, we have a little bundle for that too. You can start with some CBD. You get our muscle rub, which anybody in the Northeast is amazing after shoveling. And you get some of our droppers. And the drops are a liquid, so you can put it under your tongue, but you can also put it on your body. And you get our Calm Roll-On. And our Calm Roll-On really helps settle the mind before bed. A lot of people find that they sleep very, very, very well with it. I find it makes my brain just have all kinds of thoughts. It almost calms the brain so the thoughts that I need to work on come through. It is definitely not for me a sleeping oil. So oils that work for one person one way may work for another person another way. So oils like peppermint, which are supposed to be like a stimulant, help many people sleep. Oils like Peace and Calming, which is supposed to relax you, make some people not able to sleep. So that's why, again, they come in these bundles so that you can play around with them. There's stuff for sleep. There's stuff for winter wellness. Products I would highly suggest for this time of year is our cough drops. They are wonderful. I just got a friend started and she added those for her husband, and it stops with a dry mouth, but it helps keep your breathing system, your nose and your throat and your lungs filled with essential oils because you're smelling it and breathing it and inhaling it. Um, Throughout the course of the day. So a cough drop may last you 20 minutes or something. Kevin used it often underneath his mask and stuff like that. The Ninja Red, our super antioxidant drink, this stuff is a must have all through the winter. We never stop drinking this. This stuff here is just, it's like liquid vitamins, and our body just knows what to do with it, but it's a puree more than a juice. We have C's. We have C, chewables or capsules. We have D, so your D because we're not going to see sunshine here for a while. We have our B, and our B vitamin is a foundation of health. B, if you're nutrient deficient in your B's and your D's, you could often become very sick much more often. So keeping your B's and your D levels going are pretty well. So I know you're all thinking, holy cow, that's so much information. There's no way I'm ever going to do it. How did you learn everything in life? You use it through repetition. So I've used this stuff so much and I've looked up so much information. This is life for me. I don't ever think of using Tylenol or any of these other products that are on TV or going to a drugstore. I can't even tell you the last time I walked into CVS or took an over the counter anything because I have oils. This is what I do. So the more you immerse yourself in it, the better able to do this kind of, I'm going to grab this for this, or not be afraid of this or that. Try this. If it doesn't work, try that. The thing, don't be afraid. Okay. Um, Thieves, Raven, almost everything in your starter bundle is amazing for winter. Your hand sanitizer and that dry skin, our lavender lotion is game changer. And I will say close second is going to be our Luscious Lemon hand soap, our Luscious Lemon hand lotion. Again, amazing for just dry skin, just you're not getting moisture this time of year. So no, there's oils for everything. I think we're gonna kind of cut it off here. It's been about an hour of just nonstop talk. If you guys have questions, first I'm gonna say thank you for being here. I wish we could have done this in person. That way you could experience everything. But there's all kinds of opportunities. You can earn free products from the company based on your order. Shipping is always a flat rate of $7.99. Technically, today is the last day, and this was not planned, for Christmas delivery. I wouldn't count on it just because of the way shipping is right now. Things are being rerouted all over the country with all the carriers and stuff. So that may or may not be an option, but having an account with Young Living means that you can order at discounted prices. There's a couple ways to order. You can do rewards order. You can refer people. You don't need to stock inventory to sell people. My job is to make sure you're using and getting the products that you need for you and your family. I don't try to sell you things that you don't need. Everything that the company has, I 100% believe in because of the fact I've seen it change so many people's lives. So I'm here to answer questions, but I'm going to stop the recording and say thank you very much for joining us. Maybe we can meet up again, but there's just so many options with Young Living. With the winter that's approaching, you're going to want options. Trust me, you're going to want options, and you're going to want them on hand when you need them because things come on fast. So have a great night. I'm going to stop the recording and just hang out for a second and see if you guys have any questions. If not, then we're just going to hang out or go off into our own spaces. So thanks for joining us, and this will be available for replay very soon.